Hello, Geek Index. This is Gabe, and today we are with one of our cosplayers. Please state your name.
NekoNami Cosplay.
And what do you do, NekoNami?
So I'm currently cosplaying Grandmaster Robin, but I really like to cosplay characters from anime and manga and some video games as well.
Okay, and did you make this armor yourself?
I did. It's actually only my second attempt at armor and my first attempt at like an actual set of armor, so it was quite an adventure.
You want to tell us a little bit about how you made your armor, what your inspiration was, like what got you into trying to do armor?
So I wanted to use Warbla, and I wanted to try to make armor out of Warbla, and I love looking at Kamui Cosplay's work, and so I wanted to try to make Grandmaster Robin because I really love the design and I love Fire Emblem. So I basically kind of made things up as I went. I like wrapped myself in duct tape and used that to make patterns, and I made it up as I went, and then I like tried to like emulate Kamui essentially, and I hope I kind of got there.
Okay. So what was your inspiration to start cosplaying in general?
I started cosplaying because I really loved Naruto. So like years ago, my friends were like, hey, we're going to go to this convention. Like, people dress up in costumes. Like, do you want to? And, like, this is back in 2009. So I was like, I really like Kurenai. I'm going to make her outfit. And I did, and then we all went and we, like, hung out. And it was a lot of fun. And we went to panels and, like, the dealer's room and everything. And it was a really tiny con back then. So it was, like, relaxed, but it was a fun time. So.
Hey, that sounds amazing. Do you have any tips or suggestions for people who wanted to come to conventions or cosplayers who are looking to make something magnificent like yours?
Thanks. Don't be intimidated and don't give up. If you think you can't make it, do some research and try to figure it out anyway, because I didn't think I could make this, but I went for it and I did my best, and hey, it turned out okay. So, you can also do whatever you set your mind to if you really try, and like don't let yourself be disencouraged by it. Just keep going.
And that's definitely what we all should take. So guys, never give up. Keep cosplaying. This is Gabe with the Geek Index signing out. Hi, this is Gabe, and we're back with the Geek Index. Joining me today is May. May, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hi. I guess, would you like to ask me about my cosplay?
Of course.
Sure. So I'm cosplaying Clarinet from Fire Emblem Sword of Seals. She's basically a troubadour, which is a healer.
And did you make your costume yourself?
I did.
You want to tell us a little bit about how you made your costume?
Sure. So I patterned the costume myself. The skirt is a circle skirt. It has some horsehair braid to make it stand up and make it poofy. The tunic's made out of flannel and some chiffon.
That sounds really interesting. And what got you into cosplaying?
So I got into cosplay back when I went to Otakon to see the Lark on CL concert with my friend. So I saw some cosplayers there and I thought it was pretty cool.
And did you start cosplaying immediately when you started going to cons?
It took a couple years.
And did you start making your costumes yourself, or did you start with ordering them from other people?
I've done both.
Okay. And what is your inspiration for cosplaying in general?
In general, why I really like costume construction, I think it's fun to learn new skills, trying out new things.
And do you have any tips or any words of wisdom for our future cosplays or people who want to come to conventions?
Well, I guess let's see. Just start with what you think will be fun. Try not to bite off too much, but if you can, just have a good positive attitude about it.
Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you again so much. This is Gabe. You heard that right, guys. And we are signing off.
All right, so I'm here with Final Fantasy XIII's Lightning. Awesome job, by the way. This looks amazing. I love your sword.
Thank you.
So what inspired you to cosplay as Lightning?
Well, I've always been a huge fan of Lightning as a character because she's a very strong female role model to me. And because Final Fantasy is like one of my favorite video games of all time, I just felt the need to cosplay her because like her female presence is amazing. And her costumes are amazing too.
Of course. Now, that sword is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
What did you make it out of?
This is actually made out of foam core and craft foam. So 4 layers of craft foam and craft foam blade and just epoxy resin on the sides make it really sturdy and really durable. It can take a lot of weight. And so,
Is that the same thing you did for the rest of your armor also?
yes, so this is mainly craft foam. I made it flexible armor, and it's just my first time also sewing, so some fabric jobs as well. But yeah, mainly armor.
I would not have guessed that was your first time sewing. It looks amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, so hopefully we'll find some other amazing cosplayers, just as amazing as this person right here.
Thanks.
Stay tuned. All right, so a pleasant surprise that I found here at Magfest. I got to find an actual 4-person group of Bravely Default. We have Tiz, Anyez, Ring a Bell, and Adia. Now, I have to say these are very well made. You guys look amazing. Holy crap! So, let me see. For Tiz, did you sew that yourself?
Yeah, I did sew this, not the belt part, but I sewed the shirt and the pants and the gloves. And I did the paint work on this. This is actually a shirt that I made for a con several years ago that I just repurposed in a rush for this, actually.
That's awesome. I love recycling old cosplays. Now, for the dagger, is that made of wood or is that foam?
Well, Agnes actually made the dagger.
Okay.
So,
I'm not going to lie. Everything in that dagger came out of a trash can. Here, let me see. The blade is insulation foam that I just kind of shaved and carved down, and the handle is a piece of cardboard. It's pretty much held in place by some wadded up fabric and a chopstick, and a Red's apple ale cap on the end that I found, in my trashy booze box.
She MacGyvered a dagger out of trash. How awesome is that? Now, did all of you sew your own costumes, or you made them? All right, let me go over to you then. All right. So, how
Hello.
long did it take you to sew all these?
I made his and mine, and it took, I guess, about a week all time. Yeah, I finished his in the span of about 3 or 4 days, and mine was sort of pieced together a little before that. It probably took about 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
I'm pretty speedy.
Did you make the pouches too on his belt?
Yeah, they're all made, again, you'll find a lot of recycling. They're made from a leftover vinyl or pleather that I had from another costume. And I just had exactly enough to make the belt, the pouches, and then all the decals that I have right here. I just had the exact amount, so.
That is awesome. The detail is amazing on all your cosplays. All right, so that's the Bravely Default quartet, I could say. And I hope to find a lot more amazing cosplays as we go around.